Greetings from the Lyceum Management Council. We are very happy to meet you on another episode, another discussion, another management chat, another management talk. My dear friends, I think you are all enjoying some of the snippets of the management. As I said already, management is not boring, management is interesting, and I will always say management is exciting. But at the same time, we should know what I am supposed to do, what is to be managed. That is the most important thing in all these concepts. And thanks to Dr. Deming, he said, doing the best without knowing what to do is going to give you a catastrophic results. So that is why the Lyceum, we insist on know why before you know how. It is very, very essential to understand the know why. Why that is needed, why that needs to be done. That is very important. Without knowing that, you just use it as a formula, use it as a cookbook, use it as somebody is asking me to do it. All these things is going to give you a counterproductive. And is this what is happening nowadays? The counterproductive results in management? I don't think so. I don't think so. It is only the lack of knowledge. And the Lyceum is also into helping organization in implementing it. In one of my place, in one of my clients, one of the senior management member, during a discussion, he was telling me, sir, there is no certification or any recognition for TPM. So let people do whatever they want. That's what he said. How ignorant. How ignorant. And there is another thing, as I was telling you in the last episode, managers are filled with meetings. They are unable to do any activity. They are demotivated during that meeting. They are demotivated during that meeting, helped by the top management, their superiors. Meetings are not happening as per the standard that are to be followed. And I only request and hope, I hope for the best. There will be a turnaround from the top management side also. So it is only to be the questions to be asked. If you want a good answer, you should know how to ask a good question. Without asking a good question, gentlemen, I'm sorry, you will not get a good answer. So that is one of the most important things that I want to convey. Gentlemen, before we get into this serious discussion, all these things, I would request you only one thing. Subscribe the channel, click the bell button so that you will get the immediate messages whenever a new video is released. And in order to encourage me more on these discussions, I want you to subscribe my channel. Okay? And like it. If you disagree any of my points, you are free to call me. Please understand there is nothing right and nothing wrong in the management. It is only the environment and the situation that gives life. So there is nothing right and nothing wrong. Let us all stand up for a cause and then start working towards achieving the result, which will benefit the customer. Which will benefit the customer. And with that, we get into the discussion on this daily work management. We have discussed, we have seen the 5 fundamental principles. But one most important thing, I always insist, workplace management. Or we still call this as 5S. We will call this. For those who understand this, let them understand by the word 5S. And those who would like to call this by workplace management, let them call this by workplace management. The most important. Why? Why it is most important? The reason is very simple. When you come to that workplace, you should know things at a glance. You should know how things are happening in your workplace at a glance. You should know how things are happening as per the plan and how the progress is happening at a glance. If I am able to do that, then I'm always winning. I'm always winning. When I say I'm always winning means I'm always making progress. Making progress is winning. Please understand. And the people are thinking making progress. Yes, making progress. I always ask one simple question. 1.00 to the power 365 is always winning. 1.01 to the power 365. I would like to know your feedback. 1.01 whole to the power 365. What is the value? So it is very essential, because when you enter into the shop floor, when you enter into your workplace, it comes with so much of data. There are so many things are happening, and you want to know what needs to be done. And that is what we said in our workplace management. Visual metrics are important. Visual metrics means what is important for my shop floor, what is important for my work, what is important for my business. Everything should be available in the display wall. The display wall should be displayed. And more importantly, it is to be displayed by whom? It is to be displayed by the person who is doing it. There are shop floor leaders, the foreman, the frontline team, the leader of the team. He is supposed to do it, because when he knows that what has happened yesterday, whether it is in line with the plan or not, when he is writing it on the board, then he will realize I have not met the target, or I have met the target. So if I am not meeting the target, what is supposed to be done today? That is the most important, because when you see, don't just stare at it. See, observe. Observation is the most important trait for a successful manager. Observation. Because when you observe, there are so many facts and figures will come into it. That is very important. So it is very essential to manage the workplace by visuals. Manage by visuals. The first step for any transformation is making things visible. When I say make things visible, people are thinking whether everything to be. No, make things visible means make your problems visible. Because when everything is going good, everybody will appreciate. Everything is going good, everybody will appreciate. But when something is not going as per the plan, when something is going wrong, how do I come to know that? If I am not able to come to know that, then how can I take action? So the most important point in the workplace is make the problems visible. Bring the problems to your table. Bring the problem to your discussion. And let us all understand and agree that the problems are the part and parcel of any professional life. Even I will go beyond that, I will say it is a personal life. When that is the case of it, then what I am supposed to do? What I am supposed to do? Make problems visible. Make problems visible. And here only what Deming told is coming into play. He said, banish fear. Why this point is very important now? Banish fear. If people are afraid of bringing the problem to the table, if people are afraid of bringing to the problem to the table, then they have only one option, and they are master in it. Hide it under the carpet. Do not show this. I can cite so many examples. For example, there are many companies, they say that cost of poor quality. Let us take this for example, cost of poor quality. This cost of poor quality, they are expressing it in terms of their turnover value. 2.5%, 3%, 5%, something like this.
And when it comes to it is, sir, it is 4.5%, but the target is 5%. It is well below the target, so they just move on, keep moving on. They just move on. When you say cost of poor quality, don't you understand that you have to tell it in terms of cost, in terms of money value? Who is asking it in terms of percentage? It is all in the way of hiding the facts. Gentlemen, if you can do something, please start doing something right now. The one and only goal for any quality function is cost of poor quality. I used to ask them, what is your cost of poor quality last month? After so many deliberations, searching paper, all these things, finally they come and said, sir, it is 7.55 lakhs. Very good. Now please tell me, you want to throw this 7.55 lakhs in the dustbin? They said, no, but you are doing it. Now, having known that 7.55 is the last month's target, what are all the actions you are initiating to bring it down? Then they are looking at me as if I came from some other planet, because they are telling, sir, it is 5%, this is 4.5% only, it is well below the target. Gentlemen, I just want to make one point very, very clear to all the people, including the management. The cost of poor quality should be expressed only in terms of money value. Then only you realize how much you are throwing, number one. Number two, the target for cost of poor quality is always zero, always zero. You may be doing it 10 lakh rupees today, you may be throwing it 10 lakh rupees today, but your target is zero. Now you have to make an action plan so that you are reaching. When you will be reaching that zero, that is the most important. So make problems visible. When I am not making things visible, then, and as I was telling you, in the Gemba, we are going to discuss that very seriously. You should know what to see. That is why you are having the critical parameters that will affect the business performance. That will affect the business performance. Okay. Now for that, I would like to remind you the old discussion. I don't want armchair engineers. Yes, we don't want armchair managers also. Nobody wants armchair managers also, especially from the operations side. If you are in operations, your job is in the workplace. And that is what we are going to discuss today for another few minutes. The 3G. Hold on. This is not the regular 3G that has happened in our country. No, this is a different 3G. The 3G are the most important thing for any operations guy. I always tell operations guy, whether he is a frontline person or the vice president or chief operating officer, whoever is holding or looking after the operations side. What are all these 3G? Gemba, Gembutsu, Genjitsu. What are they? Everybody, people are telling, go to Gemba, go to Gemba, go to Gemba. Yes, go to Gemba. Gemba is the actual workplace. Go to Gemba means go to the actual workplace. All your meetings should take place in the Gemba. All the meetings should not take place in the conference hall if it is a discussion on the Gemba related activity. A Gemba related activity should happen only in the Gemba, because that is what the second thing is coming. Gembutsu. That is the actual thing. You can see, you go there, you see it. There is a problem. A component is oversize or undersize or rejected or scratch or whatever, so many, or an accident happened, tool breakage, anything. You go there and see by yourself. Go see by yourself. And when I am discussing this, I just want to tell one more thing also. There is another company where I am teaching. Customer complaints. Suppose there is a customer complaint, and I, after 2-3 days, when I am visiting, during my next visit, I always ask, is there any customer? Yeah. What is that? They say something. Then I ask, where is that component? They say, no, sir, the component has not come. The customer has sent only the photographs. What do you understand from the photographs? Whenever customer complaint comes, either the customer should come, the material should come to you, or you should rush back to the customer's place. If you are really 100% customer oriented organization, customer focused organization, the moment you receive a call from the customer saying that there is a complaint, there is a problem in your product, the 24 hours you are supposed to be there. You have to be there. People are telling there are problems going not, and so there are, if you don't want to do anything, there are hundreds of reasons. If you want to do one thing, there is only one way. Do that. That is important. So you need to have the real piece, real component, real item, real situation there to understand. And then comes the third one, genjitsu. Facts and figures. That is, take any decision or the management decisions, the discussions should take place based on the facts and figures. Facts and figures. And the most important thing, workplace management is very, very essential. Please pay attention to that. Why I am telling? We learn so many things from our great gurus. I just want to quote one or two sentences from Ono-san, the great Daiichi Ono-san. He said, the truth exists in Gemba. Rest everything is imagination. Truth exists only in Gemba. Rest everything is imagination. So your decisions, your discussions, your progress, everything is based on Gemba. And that is why he said, workplace-led management is essential. Workplace-led management is essential. You should know how to lead from the front. How to lead from the front. Why this is essential to lead from the front? Because here is where all these things. When I say lead from the front, means you should know your work. Number two, you should know how to improve your work. And daily work management will help you how to do this. And in order to make it simple, make it easy for you, the fundamental things are supposed to be in place. Workplace management, visual management, very, very essential. There is no need for anybody to talk. Big talks are not essential. Big talks are not essential. It is only this. Gentlemen, before I conclude for this week's session, again I want to quote from Daiichi Ono-san. He said, I don't think Gemba changes easily. I don't think Gemba changes easily. Gemba will not change by request and all the applications and requesting and begging, all these things. Gemba will not change. Gemba does not change easily. It is important for all of us to understand this and agree upon. It is very, very important for all of us to agree upon. And then finally he says, that is why we need to persuade them. It is very, very important to persuade them for the change. That is why when that much of pressure is built in and around the workplace, and please note, it is not a pressure. It is not a pressure, unnecessary pressure. It is the work-related pressure. If you love your work, definitely you will understand. Definitely you will enjoy your work. So, daily work management, 3G, Gemba, Gembutsu, Genjitsu. Very, very important. Go to workplace. Go to the real place where the actual value is added. And then observe from there. Observe from there in real. the realities, observe the realities, then take any decision based on the facts and figures of the Gemba. Workplace led management is essential for all of us to survive, especially I am talking about the organizations that are into manufacturing. And that is the key secret behind that. Your management strategy should be the manufacturing strategy. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Thanks for watching, and share this freely with all your friends and known circles. Let me know your feedback. Mail me. We are here to discuss on management, and we are here to transform ourselves, our organization, our way of working. Thank you once again. See you in the next week.